Hey Beans, and welcome back to another video. I think that's what I used to say. Can I even call you guys beans anymore? I mean, what do beans grow into? Like a bean stalk? Is that beans? What's up? It's good to see everybody. It's good to be back on Animal Jam. God, one of the things that I keep reflecting on, this is like my sixth time recording this intro. I used to be in such a mode, like I had a jam down where I would just blow through these videos. It was so easy to just sit here and talk, and now I sit here and I'm like, what do I say next? What am I supposed to say? I don't know. One of the things that has actually been a very pleasant surprise is, when I left Animal Jam, it was around the time that Animal Jam became Animal Jam Classic. And at the time, I was very disappointed to see that that WildWorks was going to move on and not continue to make updates to this original game. But actually, 7 or 8 years later now, it's really cool to see that this game is pretty much untouched from when I left it. But yeah, I'm back with the beans. Let's check in. How are you, beans? I mean, this game really changed my life. It's kind of crazy to think about at this point. 14 or 15 years ago, I was a kid at soccer practice and I had this idea that I was going to start making videos for my favorite game. Like, my voice hadn't even dropped.
Alright, hey guys, and welcome to another video.
I had never edited or recorded a video before. I had nothing substantial to talk about, and I just winged it. I just decided to just start recording myself playing Falling Phantoms and opening mail. So that was 15 years ago. I started this channel and I was pretty much the only Animal Jam YouTuber. It was like me and Gummy Unicorn, or Tang, for those of you guys that have kept up with the Animal Jam lore as adults. So I started making videos for what was at the time a very small game. There wasn't really a community, and rare items didn't really exist. It was mostly a Club Penguin type game where you would play games, earn coins, and then go buy things for your animal in your den. But about 6 months into the time that I was making these videos, Animal Jam just exploded, and all of a sudden it became one of, if not the biggest game for kids my age at the time. And I was just rode that wave. Honestly, at this point, huge shout out to Lilac Petal and Twinkle0122 for deleting that channel, because those videos were so embarrassing. I cannot believe that I put that stuff out on the internet. So this game explodes, and all of a sudden my channel starts to grow along with it, and all of a sudden I have thousands of subscribers, and I decided to start doing daily uploads, and I just make stuff up to talk about. And as the years went by, I started to make friends, and some of my first friends on Animal Jam were people like Bepper, and people like Lilac Petal, and people like Twinkle0122, and Woot Moo, and Cat Goes Moo, and there was a whole list of buddies that I had that were tight, and a lot of these people said, you know what, I want to start making videos too. And all of a sudden we had this little jam fam of people that were, creating videos together. And I really think that was a turning point for this game. Like, the fact that we all came together online outside of Animal Jam to connect with each other and build a community, to me, that is what made Animal Jam so special. So I want to give a huge shout out to all the YouTubers and the blog editors and the Instagram posters and the influencers and the fans that made all that possible. I mean, to me, that was really what took Animal Jam from this fun online kids game to a life-changing community for a lot of people like myself. And so anyways, fast forward years and years, I make videos all throughout middle school, throughout high school, and eventually it gets to the point where I am applying to college. And this game, as much as I love it, is not giving me the same spark as it did when I was 11, and things are starting to get busier in my personal life, and I figure it's just better to quit while I'm ahead. And so I made the really hard decision at the time to basically step away from making videos so that when I started college, I could start fresh. So I ended up going to Chicago for college, and it was the first time in my life that I didn't have these videos to make. And it was in many ways a positive thing. It gave me a lot of time back and a lot of time to focus on friends and hobbies and to explore new things. But at the same time, it was tough. It was really difficult to sort of find my identity after doing this for 8 years and connecting with you guys on such a deep level. It was really hard to find who I was gonna be. And so after wrestling with that for a long time, I tried out a couple of other different dreams, and I wasn't really sure where I wanted to take myself. And about halfway through college, I had this idea that I should dedicate myself to going to medical school and to becoming a doctor. And so I finished out college and I finished a pre-med sequence, but I wasn't quite sure I was ready to commit to it. And so I moved out to Los Angeles, actually, where I live now. and I started work in biotech. So I work on basically drug development, and we make therapeutics for a lot of diseases, cancer, autoimmune diseases. And after a couple of years in the biotech industry, I decided that I really wanted to get back to that dream of mine and actually apply to medical school and become a doctor. So I just applied this cycle, and we'll see what happens. I will keep you being posted. But that is what I'm working on, and that's what's going on in my life. But anyways, let me tell all these fans to come to my beautiful non-member den. I'm very happy to see that I had the foresight to make the Spinny Boys non-member so that I could continue to use them one day. What up, Beans? Man, a lot has changed in this game. It's interesting to sort of see the same game that I played as a kid, but now being played mostly by college students and adults. That is true. Everyone is being so well behaved. Anyways, I know that my disappearance was kind of sudden, and I wanted to take some time to answer some of your guys' questions about what I've been up to and how I'm feeling and all that stuff. It is really odd, I have to say, like now as a normal human being and not like a YouTuber all the time, to just talk about myself to a camera and like me all the time. Like this used to be so normal to me. This feels so odd to do. How do you feel knowing you were so many girls' first ever crush? That is something that I think about a lot, is like how many people probably watched me and had crushes on me when I was like 14. I don't know how I feel about that. Are you actually King Julian from Madagascar? I would say that King Julian from Madagascar is actually me. Hello. I would like to know how you felt about the Wispari and Justeria beef that happened in the fandom. So, let me tell you guys. Thoughts on current Apari. I hope Apari's doing well. I heard he's making music now, and I hope I get tickets to one of his shows. Okay, let's see. Do you miss making YouTube content? Not just AJ, but in general. You know, I really do. There's something really fun about having your own space to just create whatever you want and share it with other people. On the flip side, though, YouTube is exhausting. It really is. The editing, the thinking of ideas, especially, the constant competition and the desire to keep people's attention, it can be really exhausting at times. But I do really miss having that creative outlet and, you know, being a part of so many people's lives. That was really cool. I think one of the things that I love about Animal Jam is like, it is just such a connector. I mean, lots of people played games when they were kids. Like, if I went up to someone and I was like, oh, did you play Pop Tropica? Oh, did you play Webkins? Like, a lot of people would be like, yeah, I loved that game. And you can have like a couple-minute conversation about the things you liked. But it's just, it's not the same connection. Like, when you meet someone who played Animal Jam, like, the connection is just different. Like, the level of intensity and community and lore that this game had was just unmatched. Like, I've never seen a kids game that brought people together like this. It feels like we were all part of this like moment in time, like 2015, 2016 Animal Jam. It was like a you had to be there kind of moment. It was just such a strong community of like-minded people, and there was so much drama and lore, and oh my god, man, like Animal Jam would just drop like the rarest item in the game in the store, like out of the blue, and people would get banned. Like Scorm just like got banned and he was just gone, and like I just got dropped from the Jambassadors. Like, oh my god. And when F-Man would send all his Jamagrams around, like the amount of lore and creepypasta and like we're gonna break the bridge, or like, oh my god, there's this hacker who can delete your account with this, that, or like, it's crazy to think about the amount of story that this game had behind it in a way that you don't see for almost any other game. I mean, you guys were really just like the most awesome community. And you know what? I'll pat myself on the back a little bit too. We were the most awesome community, and I'm so glad that we were able to come together and make this game like so special. Because don't forget that this game was originally intended to be like a National Geographic educational game for like 8 to 11-year-olds, and it became just this like massive community of teenagers. Like, I don't even know how or why or like what was going on, but there's something about being able to dress up your animal and decorate your house that just made everyone feel like they needed to get rare spikes. Like we literally took this game and we just ran it to its like farthest limitations. Like, can you believe that this game used to be about just like playing 4Gem with your friends and collecting gems to get a cool house? Like, it was about so much more than what it was intended to be, and that was the community. I hope that rant made any semblance of sense. And thank you guys so much for being a part of such an important community in my life, and it really means so much that you guys tuned in over so many years. And I hope that everyone's enjoying whatever stage of life they're in, and I wish everyone the best of luck. Let me know in the comments how everybody's doing. I'd love to hear from you guys, and hopefully we can all stay in touch as everybody, becomes adults. Anyways, Beans, thanks so much for watching. I got everyone to say bye here. Well, God, what was my outro? Thanks so much for watching. What did I say? Something generic? Was I like, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. It's been a pleasure, Beans. Best of luck on everything.